A player discovered a secret path to a potential Horizon Zero Dawn DLC area. I will tell you why this is pretty likely and share a ton of information about one of the tribes that probably has a ton to do with this DLC. Let me know what you think in the comments down below and don't forget to hit that like button. Over on Twitter, Steve Turpe reached out to me to say that he got to a location that I saw on the map but could never reach after trying many times. He did though, and what he found is super interesting to say the least. So you probably already noticed this path here. Well, Steve got to this path as you see right now. I put a link to his video down in the description below so you can see for yourself from start to finish how to get there. But let's look at what he found and why this could lead to a potential DLC area. So here you see Steve is asked to go back, but he still got some time to look at the environment. And this is probably the road to Ban-Ur, the homeland of the Banuk. If we compare it to this picture showing the Ban-Ur, we also see the same kind of wood structures and Aloy is standing there. What the heck is she doing there? Well, we will probably find out in the DLC. And we already went to a Banuk encampment during one of the side missions that you needed to complete for the Platinum Trophy. You see it right now thanks to the footage I could use from a Super Mega Gamer 3000. Awesome was that the machines and the Banuk lived together. We saw shamans of the Banuk overrode machines that were just chilling in the camp. They believe that machines are inhabited by benevolent spirits. Shamans are responsible for communicating with these spirits, such rites, and have many purposes, including prayer, blessing, giving thanks, and asking for aid in the passage of souls to the afterlife. No, I did not just make this up. This is in the Horizon Zero Dawn strategy guide. I'm still waiting for my copy, but I asked Steve to send me pictures of his about the Banuk, and he helped me out. What's interesting is that the Banuk are still in for a hunt, even though they have some sort of religious connection with the machines. Quote, "It is not however taboo to hunt machines. On the contrary, a successful machine hunt proves that the benevolent spirit is rendering aid to the tribe with gifts of metal." End quote. And in the camp in the game, we also saw a dead Thunderjaw that they hold on to. A Banuk always strives to prove his or her worth, and there's a great satisfaction in being the best hunter, best fighter, best guide, best climber, and even the best at starting a fire. End quote. Well, Aloy can do all of that, although I haven't seen her start a fire yet. Anyway, quote, "Someone who combines all of these skills into a rocked, heroic survivalist is considered a paragon." End quote. Something that is also interesting from this paragraph is this, quote, "The best hunter leads, male or female, and the other hunters are expected to acknowledge that their skills are inferior unless they can prove otherwise." End quote. And I can totally see a scenario where Aloy comes into a encampment of the Banuk and that she has to prove herself by completing different challenges to then become a paragon, and she will probably be getting new awesome gear along the way. We see a strong connection between machines and the Banuk, and we also see that in their outfits. As you see here, their armor is strongly influenced from machine parts. So yeah, this shows to me that we will probably be hunting a lot in this potential Ban-Ur location, and that with our trophies we will make awesome new gear, but there's way more. I'm just getting started. Man, this shit is super exciting. So according to their culture in the strategy guide, the Banuk hunters were able to ride on machines, although this was later removed and the machine riding was limited to Aloy. Still though, as noted in the strategy guide, they are the closest to gain sort of control over machines. And we saw them override machines in the Banuk encampment in the game as well. They do it almost blindfolded through sheer trial and error, meaning that this could also be a central theme in the potential DLC, that Aloy learns them to ride machines and in exchange they kinda learn together to ride new machines. There was a sawtooth in the Banuk camp, so fingers crossed for a rideable sawtooth. Yes please. What we also see in this picture, which is pretty interesting, and this one is from the Horizon Zero Dawn art book, we see a captured watcher, of course, not aggressive, probably overrode by a Banuk, and we also see a spear that looks pretty advanced and also has some sort of sharp tooth there hanging on the stick. The Banuk are skilled warriors, but even better hunters. The spear is their weapon of choice. reads the strategy guide. And they obsess about finding sharp points, frequently from filing weapon parts and crafting more decorative shafts. There are only 3 spears in Horizon Zero Dawn, and overall the melee weapons were fun to use, but not really fleshed out as the other ranged weapons in the game. This might change if we indeed venture into the Banure and learn to make new, more advanced spears from the Banuk. So the potential DLC location would be Banure, an area that we don't really know a lot of, but the strategy guide does share some interesting things. Quote, Banuk territory is truly unique. Rock formations are not crumbled, instead they are canvassed with color. The vast basin-like composition of rocked plains surrounded by mountains suggests to players that tough challenges lie ahead. Wait, players? We haven't really been to a Banuk territory yet they talk about players. So they're already thinking about this as a playable environment. Combine this with the fact that the road is already in the game and that you can already kinda go there if the game didn't stop you. And this silence is a Banuk as well. So okay, this is what I think will happen. Of course, spoilers for the Horizon Zero Dawn ending. In the ending, we of course see that Silence is walking away with Hades. I think that he is going to the Forbidden West, the area that I discussed in another video. That will be the stage for the sequel, the Horizon Zero Dawn 2 or whatever they will call it. Then you will be going after him. But first, you want to learn more about him, his weaknesses. So then you decide to go to the land where Silence came from, Banure. Here you have to prove yourself to become a paragon, so being the best in everything, and then the Banuk will talk about it. Then they will, share the history of Silence. Combine this with new awesome machine-inspired armor, new spears to collect, the ability to learn more about overriding machines, maybe ride new ones or override new machines, and then we got a pretty awesome, interesting DLC. Then the sequel will take us to the Forbidden West, where we will say, with the new knowledge that we gained in Banure, we will face Silence and Hades head on. This way the DLC will still be tied to the story, but it's not really needed to understand the sequel, because it will be a fact that players will skip the DLC after they've played the first one, but they will play Horizon Zero Dawn 2, and this way they still know what happened and have a reason to fight the evil without missing something really big. That's my take, and this got me super excited. Of course, everything is not confirmed, but the fact that Guerrilla Games is talking about players when describing the Banure locations, and that they have the road already in the game, and they got such a detailed explanation of the tribe, plus the connection with Silence. I mean, he also overrode machines during one of the best scenes in Horizon Zero Dawn, where he rescued Aloy out of the arena. So yeah, this makes a ton of sense. He is still a Banuk, and he has the ability to override machines, just like the other shamans in this kind of tribe. What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Subscribe for everything Horizon Zero Dawn, like the video if you did, and I will speak to you next time. Thanks a lot for watching. Goodbye.